explain the composition. The composition is that one normal class, not the main class, is using another normal class. So I will create employee class, and the employee class has a first name, last name, and the employee class has a hiring date. So the first name, it will be of type what? String. Last name of type string. Hiring date of type date, and date is a class. Okay, let's start with a small class, which is date. So I will create a new project. Let me call it employee test 1 1. Okay, employee test 1 1. This will create for me a main class, but let's ignore the main class for the moment or leave it. And then we have to create a class beside this class, which is called what?
Date.
Called what?
Date.
Date, exactly. So first I need to go into employee. Employee test 1 1. And here I go to here and I create a new class called date, right?
Yes.
Were you able to combine such a project with two classes?
Yes.
Okay. So date, what the class consists usually of?
Variables, instance variables.
Okay, instance variable and then constructor.
And then methods.
Methods. Okay, let's start with the instance variable. What think we can have as instance variable?
Day, month, year.
Public? Private. Should be private, right? Private and day. Private and month. Private and year. Okay? 3 instance variable. Very easy. Next part of the class should be constructor. So let us do one constructor, but we can do many. Public. What should be the name of the constructor? Date. And what does it take? Should I take some numbers? Yeah, I can make two constructor. One does not take, one take. But let me just make one that takes 3 values. And day. And month. And year. Very good. So now what should I do inside the constructor?
This day equal day. This day equal day.
This in case I don't want to validate. Normally I should validate whether these values are correct or not, right?
Yes.
So in the slides in the book, they validate. But here we will not validate because it's really complex to validate. So the days is easy. Not easy because some months are 30, some months are 29, some months you need to check. And also some years you have February 28, 29. But there is some code to validate. Look to it in the book. It's a little bit complicated, but it can be done. So this dot month equal month. This dot, why I'm using this?
Because they have the same name.
Because
you don't need to use this, but it's better like.
I don't use
You don't need.
How I don't need to use this?
Because it's okay, you discussed this before. Yes, you got to sell it.
If
don't need it,
do I need it here? Here I need it because they have the same names.
But you can do day equal day.
No. If I do day equal day, this is like this will not do. This is not assigning this in this. No, I said that in the get.
You said that. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
But in this situation where you have conflict, you have to use this.
Yes.
The other option is to give another name. And we said we don't want to give another one. We want to stick to the standard names because this is the name that makes sense. Okay? Okay. Nice. So we finished now instance variable. We finished the constructor. The third thing is Methods. What kind of method can be here?
Get set date.
Get day, set day, get month, set month, get year, set year. We can also have get date. We can also have set date if you want, but we will not do anything because this is like short example.
Yes.
But for us, it's important to do method, and from now on, you should always do this method. It's called toString. Public. The toString return what?
String. It's a formatted
String. Return string. And this string should. What's the name of this?
string.
toString. Okay?
Yes.
And this one is what? Is what?
Return the format.
Return string dot format why he's not happy. String dot format. Yes. So here you write how the date should look like. Percentage D, and then let's say percentage D slash percentage D. Sorry. And here we give what?
Day, month, year.
Day, month, year. Okay, so this method toString is returning for me a string has the date. Okay, so every time you call toString, return a string that contains the date. This is nice, and this method is very nice in something I will tell you later. Okay, so we did one class called date. Should we play with it in the main class? So currently we still have one to make employees, but let's before that to play with this class here. Okay, how to play with it? Day, date, sorry, date, D1 equal new date. Can I make something like this?
No, because the other one is has the
No, because the other one has no argument constructor. If I don't have constructor at all, I can do this because Java will create one for me. But unfortunately, because I did one, Java will not do for me no argument constructor. So this will not work. But what works is that you have to give date. Okay? So this is like create object. Okay? So this is like how to create a date. Okay? Clear?
Yes.
So let me tell you one secret. Imagine you want to print this date. What should you do?
Want to print the date?
Yes. System, very good. System dot out dot print ln. Let's say. What should I write? D1 dot to string. Right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
So toString will return to you a string, nice string about the date, and the print will print that string. Okay, let's try it. Nice, right? It's nice, or? Okay, let me tell you now the secret thing. The secret thing is that if you print the object at all, what will happen? What do you think will happen if you print the object? If I didn't call any method, I just say print me D1. It's not error, it seems it's accepting it. What do you think? Let's try. It's printing the same. Why the same? Because Java, if you print if you print an object, Java will try to look, is there toString method there? If there is toString method, Java automatically will call toString, because Java will try to convert this object to a string and then print it. Okay? The nice thing that we did toString, but now the big question, if there was no toString, what will happen?
Just assign the value.
No, let's see. If you don't have toString in that class, Java will print some reference number. It will print the address where this object is stored. Yeah? Which I don't need in my program, right?
Yes.
I don't need. So that's why from now on, if you want to make a class, make a method called toString. Why? Because if someone wants to print that object, he will get useful information about this object and not random numbers or random addresses or some stupid things. Okay? Did you see the importance of toString method?
Yes.
Any question? Okay. So this is why we need to make toString methods. And this you see here we played. Can we change the date for D1 after that?
Yes.
How?
You just write D1 equals. No.
I don't have set day. I don't have, yeah, you cannot. That's why usually you should have set and get. Imagine you create date and you want to change it later. So you should have set time, set date, or set day, or set year, something like this. Okay. Anyway, but we don't have that, and because we just want to create a date using the constructor, and that's it. Okay, clear now this?
Yes.
Okay, that is clear. Now the new thing, this project will contain 3 classes. So I'll create another class called what? Employee, right?
Yes.
So this class employee is a new class. How many instance variable it has? I want to store first name, last name, and hiring date and birth date. So how many? 4. So private string first name, private string last name.
Doctor.
Yeah.
When I like the past codes that we have been writing, for example, I write private string first name, comma, last name. It works with me.
Yeah, you can write private string first name, comma, last name.
Is that how people do it? Or?
No, people do it like this because here you can write comment for each one if you want, and also it looks nice. Like, yeah,
Yes, yes.
it's just more to write more, but it's more clear and organized.
Okay.
And you like organization, right? Okay. Now this is the new thing. Now I want to create hiring date. What's the type of our hiring date? Is it integer? Is it double? Is it string? No. This is the nice. I can make a string, but it's better to make it object date.
So date from the other.
Yeah. So this is the nice thing about creating classes. You create a new type called date. So instead of making it integer or 3 integer, or make it like encapsulation, this concept. I encapsulate 3 variables in one thing. This is date. So private date, birth date, and private. Why we make it private?
So we cannot access on the main.
That we cannot access directly. If you want to access it from the methods, yeah? Okay. I finished the field now. The next step is to do constructor. Should I do 2 constructor or 1? 1. So public. What's the name of the constructor? Employee. And does it take what? string first name, string last name, string hiring date or birth date first, birth date, string birth date, string hiring date, and then what?
That's it for the.
Sorry, what?
That's it for the.
This is wrong.
Yes, no, yes.
Date. Should correct me.
Sorry.
Okay. So now we have this constructor. What I will do in this constructor?
This first name equals first name.
This dot first name should equal first name. It's easy stuff, right?
Yes.
I will tell Dr. Aqila. It's easy stuff.
No, no, no.
Okay. This dot hiring date, birth date equal birth date. This dot hiring equal hiring date. Okay. So this is employee. Okay, this is the constructor. Now what's the next part? Methods. What do you think methods we want to do? We want small examples, so let's skip get and set. Normally we should make in a normal class, but let's do toString. Do you think we can do toString? Let me try to do it without toString and see why it's important. Okay, so this is birthday. I want to create another date. So again, to create employee, first you have to create two dates, right?
Yes.
Because the employee needs two dates. Okay? Just one question. If you create employees and you didn't give dates to it, what will happen? What's the default value for date?
0, 0, 0.
It will be null. Yeah?
The string
Because
is
it's similar to string because it's object. So if you see here employees, this is like not primitive data type. This is class name string. It's done by Java. This class name, every class names has take reference variable by default take null.
So what if in the date class we create?
Wait, how is it null if we assign the constructor?
If we assign, no, it's null. It will take this. But imagine we have like, I delete this constructor. By default, it will give here null, 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 null. Okay? So, hiring date, new date. When is the hiring date? Let's say when was my hiring date? It was 16 August 2020. When I came here?
19.
21 or 2?
1.
2. 2. Okay. Okay, so this is like hiring date. So I create birth date and hiring date. Okay. Now I want to create employee. So how to create employee? How to create employee? E1 equal new employee. Fidaa. Yes? Sorry? I'm recording a video. Come. If you want everyone to hear, come. Okay, come in 10 minutes. Okay?
So we have to first create objects for birthday.
Yes, you have to create first object of HD because the constructor of employee takes object of birthday and yeah. So now I create employee. Now if I want to print this object,
We do from the one thing.
sorry,
We don't have two strings.
we don't have. So what will be printed? The address of this object in the memory, something like this. Yeah. If I want something useful information, I have to make toString method, right? So when you write it, it has to be the same name, toString written in this way. Yeah. toString. If you call it toString1, it will not work, for example. Yeah. So it has to be toString exactly. If you write it toString with a small, it will not work. It will work as a method, but not that method. Yeah. And then I have return
String format.
string
Return branch.
format, and what should I do? First name percentage s, and then percentage s, and then was hired. Let me write it in the normal way. Why I'm okay. Was hired on percentage. Percentage what?
Present D.
No format for class. Let me check how he did it. I think he make a plus. I think he make it as a plus, but I'm not sure. No, very smart. Very smart. He make it also as is. Let me tell you why. Birthday is on. So I have here 4 strings. Normally I should give him 4 strings, which is like first Ahmad Qutbi. I will ask you a question, try to answer it.
And you also wrote return
Return
wrong.
branch.
Yeah.
لا حول ولا
Isn't it last name with a small L? Dr. Small
لا
L.
حول ولا HD first and then
Yeah.
BD. Okay. What you want, Natalie? What you want from me?
Return is also wrong.
I don't understand what you want from me. Return.
Let's run.
Okay. We have exam next week. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I will see your paper, inshallah.
Dr. Be nice.
Okay. Why this is? No, not hiring date. Yeah, it's hiring date.
Oh, it's not written. It's written hiring.
Yes.
Not HD.
Okay.
It's the object.
Hiring.
Dr. Nosri.
Wait. I'm confused. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
hiring. It's written hiring date. Yes. Birth date. I didn't took my breakfast. That's why. Okay. So now Ahmad Qutbi. Qutbi or Qutbi? Qutbi with kaf. Qutbi. Okay, Ahmad Qutbi. So here in this string, I ask for 4 strings. Okay, this was a string, first name. This was a string, but this was a date. And this was a date. Why it's acceptable? Wait, to give him a chance. No idea.
Because you can make the date into the two-string.
Yes,
Yeah, I
because
think it's
actually,
just
yeah,
that we didn't.
because the date, if you give the name Java, if the Java find object name, this is the name of object, right? Yeah, it's object name. If Java found the object name in the context of printing, it will automatically call the toString to it. So it's kind Java is doing for us something like this. What I'm doing, yeah, dot to string. So this is what Java is doing for us. And toString is returning string, and I'm using that string in that string. Clear? Okay, same thing here. But even you didn't call this, Java will call it for you. Okay, so now Fidaa Abed was hired on this, the birth date, day or date? Day, okay, is on this, okay? Clear? Okay. Clear? So, as you said, now we have toString for employee. If you go to the main class and you want to print E1, as you said, this is printing this, okay? So actually, you see, if you print E1, it's going to the toString of E1. And inside the toString of E1, we print first name, last name, and we print the toString of date and toString of date. Yeah?
Dr. Can we go to the employee file, please?
Okay.
Can you go up, please?
Any question?
No.
Ahmad Kotbi, any question? Kulsum? Clear? Is it easy? Course? I'm asking Kulsum, not you. Is it easy? No? It's difficult, yeah? So Kulsum is ECE student. Okay, so clear? No, it's just, I think, they have some special course or advanced course, something. Okay. Should we stop here?
Yes.
Okay. Let me close the video because I don't have battery.